Hey, Christ Church family, as we record this, it's a crisp and cool 95 degrees outside, and we are so excited to launch into our fall season of ministry. We've already started our Sunday morning series in the Gospel of Luke, and it is going to be fun for the next year to hang on every word of Jesus, to follow in his footsteps, to see his gentle touch with the poor and the marginalized, and to learn from him and to be transformed by him. So Luke has been fun. It's especially fun to do the Christmas stories in September and to see the richness of the significance of the one that was born to us in Bethlehem. In addition to our Sunday morning series, many of you have already joined us in our 2021 reading plan, which we've called Shaped by the Word Season 2, the Drama of Scripture. Last year we read through the New Testament. This year we're reading through all of Scripture. We won't read every word in Scripture, but we've chosen 260 chapters out of Scripture that give you the grand narrative of Scripture and invite you to see Christ in every aspect of God's unfolding plan of redemption. And the more we see Christ in the Old Testament, the more exciting the Old Testament gets. So you can join us in the reading plan by going to our website and downloading a copy of the reading plan. Or you can get the reading plan on our church app, CC512, CC for Christ Church 512 for our area code. Just go to the App Store and download the app, and they'll have a Bible at the bottom. And as soon as you pull up the Bible, there's a reading plan, and you can follow along with us. Also from the app or from anywhere you get podcasts, you can access our podcast. And our podcast will narrate day by day as the staff discusses each one of these passages, narrate day by day how God is working in and through Scripture to ultimately accomplish his purposes through Christ in our lives by his Spirit. This Tuesday, September 14th, we will kick off a new season of Theology Cohort, and our purpose in Theology Cohort is not for you to know more theology, but for you to know Scripture more deeply, to be shaped by it more significantly, and to ultimately know Christ. You're doing great theology when it leads you to worship and it leads you to have deeper affection for Christ. So this year in Theology Cohort, we will be covering a book called The Drama of Scripture. And yes, we did rip off the title from this book for our podcast this year because we're covering the same thing. We will go deeper into the significance of God's movement through the Old Testament toward us in Jesus Christ and his ultimate recreation and redemption of all creation in the book of Revelation. So I hope you can join us for that. Coinciding with our theology cohort, we also have a women's development class. And the women's development class will be covering the same thing. Women's development will meet on Tuesday evenings while we're having theology cohort, and we'll also have another session on Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. We will be covering in women's, and by we, I mean you will be covering in women's development from garden to glory. And the theme will be very similar to what we're covering in the drama of Scripture, what we're covering in the podcast, and even what we're hearing and learning in Luke. So it should be a really fun ministry season. Look forward to connecting with you through Theology Cohort. Look forward to connecting with you in worship. Look forward to learning together, studying together, being formed by Christ together. And we really are excited about what God is doing here at Christ Church. So see you on Sunday.